Yo, what's good? It's your boy Dot from Dot Me Now Coaching and Entertainment. For coaching, my links are down below. In today's video, we are going to be talking about Pleiadian light magic. Normally, this is a topic I would talk about on Patreon, but I feel like a lot of people could benefit from this, so I gotta give it to y'all for the free ski. I do want to say this though. If you guys want to understand more about Pleiadians, I did drop a video on Patreon a while ago about the galactic origins of Pleiadians. Now, real quick, I will give like a basic history of who they are and stuff like that. Pretty much Pleiadians came from Lyrans who took on human forms and eventually fled from Lyra to Pleiades during and after the Lyra Wars. Now, when they went to Pleiades, they were heavily focused on like love, and they didn't want to go through no conflict and stuff like that. So because of this, they didn't really fight like that. Like Lyrans were originally warriors, but these Pleiadians were essentially Lyrans who felt like all that warfare stuff, we gonna leave that in the past. We're not doing that no more, right? They want to focus on just love and peace and all that, which it was great at first until they started encountering conflicts and they didn't know how to defend themselves. Over time, they did learn how to defend themselves, and the main way is with Pleiadian light magic. So if you guys want to learn more about Pleiadian light magic, tune into this video right now. Drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and let's get right into it. All right, so first thing I want to say is the fact that you don't have to be a Pleiadian in order to use this. However, if you have Pleiadian heritage, it might come more natural to you. But honestly, all humans can use this. I mean, Pleiadians are essentially humans that are just living in Pleiades. And with that being said, any human can do what they do. We really are like cousins in a way. And I want to define what light is also. So the way that we understand light on Earth is as photons. At least that's when light's in a particle state. But when it's inside of a wave state, it's electromagnetic waves. Now, where do electromagnetic waves come from? Well, when scientists study our brains, they realize that our brains can give off electric charges, which can also produce magnetic charges, which eventually form electromagnetic waves. Now, our heart produces magnetic waves. So we have the electric waves up here and the magnetic waves down here, which makes electromagnetic waves, aka light. A very simple way to see this is just to say that thoughts and emotions create light. Even in Egypt, right, you have the god Ra. Ra is a god of light. Then you have the three gods and goddesses of Thoth, aka the Chudi. Then you have Hathor or Het Heru. Then you have Ma'at. Now, the thing is, if you actually study Egyptian theology, specifically Inuian theology, you understand that Ra is actually composed of the Chudi, Ma'at, and Het Heru. You know, they're not like separate beings in their own right. They kind of all come together to make Ra. And this was something I realized years ago, which is the fact that, wait a minute, the Chudi represents divine intelligence and divine thought. Het Heru represents divine willpower and divine emotion. And then Ma'at is the balance, the interplay of these two forces. And if these three deities make up Ra, oh, wait a minute, that means that light, Ra, is composed of divine intelligence and thought and divine emotion and willpower and the balance of those two. So literally, to create light inside yourself, all you need to do is have powerful thought and emotion. Even if you're a person that can't feel emotion as heavily. Remember what I just said in the beginning of this video. Electric charges give rise to magnetic waves. So even if you could only have the thoughts, those thoughts eventually create the magnetic waves in and of themselves. That's why thoughts also generate emotion. The more powerful you think, the more powerful emotions you could generate. So when it comes to doing Pleiadian light magic, it's all about how much light you're able to channel through your thoughts and your emotions. So let's get a bit deeper into this right now. So Pleiadians use the light for many reasons, right? They can use it to clear their energy or to just clear certain spaces. They can use it for healing their body and other people. Like Reiki is essentially using light to heal people, which I'm not even a big fan of Reiki like that, but that's essentially what Reiki is. And I'm not going to talk about why I'm not a big fan of Reiki. I'll say that for a different video maybe. But yeah, they could use it for healing. They could also use it for fighting and defending themselves. And they could also use it to simply just raise their vibration. Now, I was talking to a client the other day, and I was suggesting that they actually use light in order to benefit them, right? And when it comes to things like prayer, right? You see, prayer, when it comes to praying, should not always be directed towards some outside force, but it really should be a way that you actually channel certain divine frequency. Because even with the word pray, right? There's different Hebrew words that are used in the Bible when they mention to pray. But one of the main words for the word pray actually means to judge, to make a judgment, aka to judge yourself, to analyze yourself and look within at the parts of yourself which are not aligned with your divine nature. Because once you make this judgment, you can now begin to realign yourself with that divine nature. Now, simply by praying and saying and affirming and thinking certain thoughts to yourself, right? You can begin to channel divine frequency, which can allow you to realign with your divine nature. So when it comes to using Pleiadian light magic, one of the biggest ways is to simply learn how to generate your own light. You generate your own light through your thoughts and emotions. Now, there are different colors of light, like for example, red, right? That's a certain color, which that could be more of like a passionate energy or an aggressive energy. It could be like an energy of vitality and stuff like that. There's also like blue light, right? Blue light can be very calming and stuff like that. You see, I'm not going to really explain all the different kinds of light and what they do. You can kind of find that out for yourself. Maybe I'll make a video on Patreon about the more advanced forms of Pleiadian light magic, but you don't even need to really understand that to simply just begin channeling light through your own thoughts and your emotions. So when you want to channel a certain energy, right? Let's say it's passion. Begin to think passionate thoughts. I'm in love with myself. I'm in love with the divine. I channel passion throughout my whole entire being. I'm passionate about all things. My passion grows within inside me and heats up my whole entire body. My passion fills me and allows me to act in the most passionate manner possible, right? Just start saying these things in a very powerful way. You can say it through your mouth or just inside of your head. And begin to also feel the emotion behind your thoughts. Because as you think the thoughts, you'll naturally build the emotion anyway. And if you're a person that's already good with feeling emotion, you can kind of just already add that emotion to you and then begin to build that energy and stuff like that. You will literally feel the energy being built inside you, right? I do want to say though, when your body's like very dense, if you have like a lot of food in your stomach or like you just have like a very like dense mindset, it will take a bit longer for you to feel the vibrational effects of the light that you're channeling, but you definitely will feel it, even if it's on a subtle level. And even if you're not feeling it that powerfully, do not let that discourage you, because the more and more you do it, the more and more light you're going to build inside yourself, you see? And this is why fasting can be very important, because when you fast and actually clear out the denser energy, it's way easier to channel that light and to actually feel it affecting you and stuff like that, right? And now at this point, you can literally use this light for whatever you want to. So like if it was passion, you might be channeling passionate energy in order to act out of passion inside your life, right? If it's calming energy, like, oh, I feel super calm right now. The divine makes me calm. My spirit calms me and soothes me. My spirit keeps me relaxed. My spirit keeps me poised. My spirit allows me to remain unaffected, right? You start saying things like that to remain calm, and now that can put you inside of a calm state, right? So always think about what kind of energy you want to channel. If it's like defensive energy, nothing can destroy me. I'm the most powerful being. I have ultimate authority. I am the ultimate defender. Nothing can break my energy. Nothing can break my field. I fear no things, right? You can say things like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying this because when you think about what energy you want to channel, you can begin to channel that inside your body. And that's just one aspect, because you can also begin to literally imagine light filling up your body as you're doing this. And you could also be in meditation and imagine light coming from above you, coming into your crown to fill you up with higher divine energy and stuff like that, right? Especially like golden light, that's purely tied to divine energy, you know? And divine energy is a specific kind of energy. Like when I was first saying divine energy, like if I said divine energy at any point in this video, I used that term very loosely. But there actually is a specific kind of energy called divine energy, specifically energy from the 9D, which is the slow down. There is a specific energy called divine energy. It's pretty much energy from the 9D, the ninth density, which is the divine plane of existence, right? And the energy tends to be very golden and also like it's like golden and rainbow, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. So that's one thing you could do. You could also begin to actually like blast the light out your hand. Like even like you could just literally imagine the light coming out your hand and blasting it. But if you're also speaking as you're doing it, I'm blasting light out my hand. This light is clearing my whole entire room. This light is powerful and fills up my whole entire space. Nothing can take this light. This light burns up all things which are not aligned. You can actually talk while saying that also. You feel me? So, and if it's like for healing, you say like, I have light coming through my body which heals me. This light goes into my stomach and makes me feel better. This light goes into my throat and heals my throat. This light keeps me safe and protected. This light re-energizes me. This light revitalizes me. You know what I'm saying? Like this is coming off the fly too. Like you don't have to, I mean, you can write out specific things to say and think about specific things to say, but something I found is really just like letting your spirit kind of just talk through you is the best way to do it. It may not be easy at first, but the more and more you practice this form of like prayer, it's essentially prayer. The more and more you practice this, the easier it becomes to kind of just go with the flow of things, right? Like when I'm in my bed and I'm meditating and shit like that, and I start trying to channel light in my body and stuff like that, it always kind of just goes with the flow. Like sometimes when I'm about to leave my body and stuff like that, and I could feel that my body's trying to like it. Sometimes when I'm trying to leave my body and I feel that my body may have some fear inside of it, I'll simply just cancel out the fear with the prayers. And I never talk to no outside force. I don't even try to channel any outside light because we could generate our own light. Now, the thing is, trying to channel outside light can be helpful too. Like you can channel light from certain stars. If you want some Arcturian energy, you can literally channel light from Arcturus, right? You can literally visualize the star and visualize light coming from the star into your body, and also saying, I channel light from Arcturus right now. The Arcturian light fills my body. The Arcturian light does this. Arcturian light does that. You clearly talk and say what the light is doing, how it comes inside of you, and all these different kinds of things. So be aware of that. You can use light to clear. I use this light to clear my field. I use this light to cleanse all my energy. You can use the light to defend yourself. I already mentioned that. So yeah, there's cleansing, healing, fighting, and then also raising your vibration. This light makes me feel high vibrational. This light helps me to ascend. This light fills me with hella well, I was about to curse, you know what I'm saying? Then again, YouTube don't get on you for saying hella, I don't think, because I got to be careful, because since I'm monetized now, I don't want YouTube being on my dick, you feel me? But yeah, this light keeps me pure. This light makes me super high vibrational. This light takes me to new heights. This light helps me to ascend to higher planes. You know what I'm saying? So this is a powerful way to use Pleiadian light magic, you know, and it's simply just using your own intelligence and your own will, right? And the more you get in tune with your spirit, the more your intelligence gets in tune with the divine, right? Because we all have the ability to like think and to act and to feel, but sometimes we think thoughts which are not that helpful. And this is why it's important to watch your thoughts, because your thoughts can drain your light or generate bad light per se, right? Light that isn't actually good, energy which isn't actually good for you. So be aware of your thoughts and change them to more positive thoughts that are directed towards whatever energy and whatever light you want to experience. This is very powerful. And the more you allow with your spirit, the more that intelligence and those thoughts and that willpower and those emotions become into the divine, just like Thoth, aka the Judy, and Het Hebrew / Hathor, right? So that's pretty much all I got to say for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe. Catch my next video. Peace. The freak. Outs.